What's up, y'all? Man, I'm feeling away right now. I know this is celebrity stuff, you know what I mean? But I have a heart. And when some don't sit right with me, I don't just treat it like it's nothing. I saw some footage of, a little bit of footage of the funeral for Jacky O. And the footage I saw, the camera was in the back of the church to where it's, you see the front, everything from the back all the way to the front you could see. So you could tell the camera was positioned in the back of the church, facing the front of the church. But, so the camera wasn't that close to the casket, but it was close enough, or it was a close enough view to see the body in that casket. So it was apparently it was an open casket funeral. The way her body, I get it, man. When they remove all your organs out your body and you pass away, you're not going to look exactly, your body's not going to look exactly the same it looked when your life, when your spirit, your soul was in there. But I don't know. It seemed like from what the view I saw, her face looked disfigured. It just makes me wonder, like, what really happened to her before she passed away? Did she really just pass away from complications from the surgery, the mommy makeover that she had? But let me tell you, that's not what fully disturbed me. The way she looked in that casket. What disturbed me was DC Young Fly's behavior. The video I saw, and I'm sure some of you guys have seen the same video, but from the video that I saw, you see him in front of the casket, and there's a few other people viewing the body, and then you see DC Young Fly pick up one of his daughters, so she can view her mom's body and everything. And next thing you know, I guess supposedly, from what was said, for the description of the video, DC Young Fly puts a ring on Jacky O's finger. What? Why? You didn't put a ring on it when she was alive, so why put a ring on it when she's dead? You know that ring is coming right off. You know what they do when they bury the body. You know that the people who bury bodies, you know what people who bury bodies do. They're going to remove the jewelry, money, assets, or whatever it is. Like, they'll put the body in there, in the aftermath, and wait till the family and everybody leaves, and then they're going to bring the body back up, get whatever else, what valuables they can get out of the casket before they officially bury the body. So why the hell would DC Young Fly do that? If that is, in fact, what he did. And then on top of that, when have we seen him shed a tear? When has he grieved? For the life of me, I can't never understand how a lot of these people as of late, especially these dang on celebrities, how they could just carry on with their life, move on like it's another day, like it's no big deal, like y'all that numb to a loss of a loved one, to where you're not going to even feel remorse, or you don't even have the energy to at least shed a tear or show some kind of hurt or remorse. I mean, you would think DC Young Fly was just kicking it. And his mannerisms on the last live that he had with Jacky O was a little odd. But I get it. He was in his zone. He was smoking his weed, and he was telling this woman that he wants some pee. Where was he at? I think he was in Atlanta. Oh yeah, he was in Atlanta. She was in Miami. And, he was acting moody and, irritated because he was craving her. He was craving sex from her, but they were in two different states. And she was on live trying to talk to the audience and the people that was on the live with them in the chat. And he didn't cared about the chat. He just cared about, her satisfying his needs at that moment. That's one thing. But then to have the same kind of demeanor and to act like you don't really give a damn, or act like, we're going to be all right. We're going to be good. Having your words at the funeral. It's like, what are you talking about, bruh? Why are you even speaking? Like, you up there speaking like you a little minister and shit. Why are you trying to act like Pastor DC Young Fly? That was a bad decision to me. In my opinion, he should not have done that. He should have just stayed in his chair, his seat, and shut up. Shed some tears and been quiet. When my stepfather passed away, a former stepfather, no, hold on. Wasn't my stepfather. When my stepfather passed, that was in Oklahoma. When my Uncle Robert, my step-uncle, like my mom married Ronnie Wilson of the Gap Band. Charlie Wilson is my uncle by marriage, or was my uncle by marriage, since I was yay high from 88, I would say from 88, I'll say 89 to date, I've known Charlie Wilson. But the last time I saw Charlie Wilson was at Uncle Robert's funeral. Robert is the bass player, or was the bass player of the Gap Band. He's the youngest brother of the three. It's Robert, Ronnie, and Charlie. Ronnie's the oldest. Charlie's in the middle, and Robert is the baby, was the baby. Robert passed away first. And then Ronnie, my stepfather, he passed away a couple years ago. But when we were at Uncle Robert's funeral, Charlie, at least I can give him credit. Well, he did sing. He sung a church song at Uncle Robert's funeral. But he wasn't up there saying all these extra words and doing all this little extra stuff. Now, Ronnie, he was already a minister. My stepfather, he was a minister too. So he had turned his life around in the late 80s, at the same church that my mom and my dad were members of. And then eventually my mom and dad was already, when Ronnie got to that church, my mom and dad were already in a dark place in their marriage anyway. So it was only a matter of time. And my mom met him there, and then that was all she wrote. But Ronnie, he had some words, and he did do his ministering to the congregation on behalf of his little bro who passed away. But their demeanor, see, kid, remember when you're young, you pay attention to energy. You pay attention to the behavior and the energy of adults or older people. But so I know when it's something that's off about someone in regards to their loved one passing and how they act. And when you're young, you can tell if somebody's really grieving or not. If somebody really has remorse. And I didn't feel like DC Young Fly really had that much remorse. I didn't feel that. I didn't see that. Because for one, I can never understand how when someone passes away that's close to you, how someone can just start doing interviews and start talking about it and just just carrying on and already talking like you already was preparing for your farewell to this person, and you just moving on now. Like, yeah, she's good, but we gonna be all right. I'm taking care of my family. We gonna be good. My kids gonna be good. I got you, Jacky. Shut your whole ass up, nigga. This is like 2023 has been ultimate sacrifice season. It has been sacrifice season, boy. Allegedly, I feel like a lot of these celebrities, I mean, it's every year, but I feel like this year has been big time sacrifices going on. And I don't believe, I feel like allegedly DC Young Fly was in on the play. He was in on getting Jacky O up out of here to help elevate and make his career take off even more. So I expect to see DC Young Fly in a lot of movies, a lot more shows, a lot more interviews, and I expect to see his net worth. Even though I won't be pocket watching, but I'm gonna pocket watch with this dude and see how much. I'm gonna see where he's at. Well, I'll see where he was at last year, and then we'll see how his income will turn out to be by this time next year. It's probably gonna triple. But I just don't like that, man. I don't like how these men and women, I don't care what race you are, I'm not feeling that when I see people just act like they really don't have a care in the world for death, or people who pass away that's supposed to be close, that they're supposed to be close to. This was your woman. This was your queen. Even though y'all wasn't married, but y'all were in a relationship. Y'all were revered and admired by a lot of fans and people, and you had children with this woman. She had your children, sir. But you act like it's no big deal that she passed away. If I'd have known you better, I would think that you were more relieved than anything. But man, may God rest Jacky O's soul. It just disturbed me to see her in that casket like that, and to see the behavior and the temperament of DC Young Fly, and how it was almost as if he was soulless. He wasn't fazed by his alleged supposed soulmate departing from here, leaving him, dying on him. Makes you wonder, like, why you ain't stop her? Why you ain't just tell her, like, babe, you ain't got to do that. We good. Let's get on the workout plan. Let's hire a trainer, and let's get you right. But I don't want you to do that, babe. That's too risky. Why couldn't DC Young Fly say that? Why would you allow her to, when you knew the risk? She probably signed, not a waiver, but I don't know why I'm forgetting the name. Y'all know what I'm talking about. But they had to make sure that if something went wrong, they wouldn't be held accountable. But for DC Young Fly to allow his woman to do that, it's like you men ain't y'all just as bad as some of these women of today, who are self-hating, but then but they trying to sabotage men and act like men are the reason why they hate themselves. So they destroying their bodies, their faces and stuff. Like Lala. I can't believe how Lala just destroyed her face the way she did. She was a beautiful woman. And regardless of the disconnect between her and Carmelo, I highly doubt Carmelo would even try to even reconnect and rekindle that now. Looking like a Muppet. Like, what is wrong with you women out here? Just because things don't work out with someone that you used to love or that you was in love with, don't mean that you should start being for the streets in the aftermath of that. And it don't mean that you need to start getting plastic surgery to try to resurrect yourself and make yourself feel extra confident. You should already be confident in yourself already in general. If a man can accept you for who you are and how you look, he ain't no good anyway. But you can't talk. You ain't got no excuses when you do this on your own account. And then you want to try to play victim, act like, your man didn't make you feel like he was good enough, when this was something you wanted to do for you all along. So ladies, please learn from the mistakes that Jacky O made. I just wish DC Young Fly would have stopped her from doing that. Now, she probably would have said, nah, you just trying to make me this and that, or you just trying to stop me from getting myself back together, But I think he should at least try to. But see, if he would have tried to do that, if he did try to do that, he would have said, like, man, I was trying to tell her, like, I really told her, I didn't really she didn't have to do that. But he obviously didn't leave anybody under the impression that he tried to stop her from doing it. So obviously, he cooperated in it. So I blame GC Young Fly for why Jacky O is dead. Because if he would have tried to stop her and told her, babe, no, it's too risky. Let's get a trainer. Let's give it a month or two. Let's give it a couple of months. We'll get your weight down. I'll put up whatever money I got to put up to help get you right. But we can't do this plastic surgery stuff. It's not natural, and it's not safe. Rest in peace, Jacky O.